The only shame of it all is that Liam didn't come out with a title at the end of it. So that we know the reasons why that is, and I say that is a great shame. But we're going to try, subject to other boxing wanting it, try and make the fight again, and hopefully get it for a game for a title. So I'll be working hard to do that, providing the two guys want to do it. I'm sure you've got some questions to ask. Speak to the lioness afterwards.
That's what feel after the win. I noticed family getting a bit of stick on Twitter about it.
I haven't been on it. I don't know. I haven't been on it. It is what it is. I said what I have to do. I've done it. I think the cut was going to be an excuse to pull him. Would you have pulled him if you thought he was winning? He becomes world champion, don't forget. Would you have pulled him with that cut?
If you hadn't pulled him out then,
Gary Lockwood said himself, I had to stop him in the next round.
He said that?
Yeah.
Did it feel like it was turning in your favour after this?
Yeah, it did.
He started really well.
Yeah, it did. 100% did. And certainly the round is finished. If you look at my reaction at the end of the round, I knew it had changed, and I knew every time. Liam basically was coming apart. Everything what I said in the build-up, he come apart at the end. And I didn't mean it questioning his conditioning or anything like that. I meant it by what would be in front of him would make him come apart, and I think he did.
Do you think he deserves a rematch?
I think mainly now, yeah, because of the reaction. But again, the reaction is how well Liam Williams done in this fight. So can Liam Williams go on better again? I started slow. I've been told me brothers, you started off slow and looked slow early on. Obviously, that's my that's on my behalf. A lot of the people I spoke to are going on about how well Liam Williams box. So I'm easy. It's one of them. If Frank and the rest of the team want to do it again, then I'm a fighting man. I think the only reason I'd say I don't want a rematch is because of I think I own that because of this weight.
And the thing about the weight, at the weight it was stated that he had an hour to get off the weight, and he didn't. In the rules states that 2 hours on the WBO. So those 2 hours, I'm saying he would have done, but he may have got that weight off, and had he done that, obviously he'd be sitting here now on the verge of being declared full world champion. So we're going to make a representation to the WBO regarding that. Hopefully get some satisfaction from it that they allow the fight, or another fight, whatever it may be, to go on again.
Frank, what's your kind of, obviously Liam Williams can't speak for himself because he's not here.
Well, I mean, listen, you're sitting there because you know them both. They're both with us. So for me, it's saying, "Come on, Liam." It's like that saying, but I thought he boxed extremely well. I've got to be honest, I was quite shocked. Not being disrespectful, I was quite shocked how he was doing it. He had good pace, he had good work rate. He was catching Liam, but at the end of the day, it's when you champions, you get to the championship rounds, don't you? And he was getting stronger in those last couple of rounds. He's coming seriously back into it.
And just for clarity, Liam, I don't know if I've got this right, but you think it was a fist that caused the cut to his eye? Liam Williams is definitely the head.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I thought there was blood on his face, regardless. But regardless of what it was, the fight was. If it was an head clash, it was a head clash. Liam Williams was worse, if not as bad as me. With his head, he's very, very dangerous. As we noticed before that. But again, it's boxing. We're going to clash heads, and what's the difference? I was cut from round 3. I don't say. I was cut from round 3, which was just as bad as cut. So I don't see where the difference is. And, I just think it's kind of an excuse to be talking honest with you.
Because they're saying that, I mean, you could view it as an excuse, but they're saying if the referee had seen it, it would have gone to the cards and he'd have won the fight. As I say, I'm telling you what their camp will say.
Yeah, but the same fellas just said to me I'd have stopped him. We went out to stop him. So you can't you say why would you stop him and hope it goes to the scorecards? If you thought he was winning the fight, he's going to become world champion. He's not forgotten box. you didn't have any worries of me coming on to stop him. You got to win the fight, so.
And that is, you know, that's a call that he made, that Gary made. You know, I think he was having a go at the referee, or whoever it was, but that was the call he made. So that's.
I think the referee let him off with made for hold as well. To be totally honest with you, so. But yeah, it swings him round about fights, and it's a clash of heads, it's a clash of heads. But yeah.
How bad was your weight?
You know, it was what it was. I missed it. I haven't hit 11 stone since the Canelo fight, and it just wouldn't come off. It probably would have come off today or tomorrow if the weigh-in, but the weigh-in was Friday, and no more was coming out to me. Obviously, I don't want to go on and say what I've done, obviously, because you know you get yourself into trouble. But waiting for the lack of trying, and I think you obviously have to look at me at the weigh-in. He faced. Yeah, it was just a total misjudgment. I had a long break after the Canelo fight, which I'll never have again. That much time out, and I just literally, you know, made misjudgment. By the time the weigh-in come, it wouldn't come out for me. You know, I'm still a 154. That's what
we originally were going to do the fight in February, mate. That's what I was talking about. So it's all got pushed back. First show for BT, so that's but anyway, one thing for sure, you know, he's back in style, and he's got to be all tonight now. That's where we've got to be.
Were you worried in the first half of the fight?
No, I said to Joe, no, wait, you know, I was sitting, I just knew it was turning into the fight that, you know, I like being involved in. Obviously, I knew that I'd lost a few, especially, you know, a few of the middle rounds, and give Liam the momentum, like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. But I knew I was getting to him, and I felt fine at the end of each round. I felt fine, conditioning wise, and I just knew I was the more I got close to him, the more I was getting to him.
Terry, what did you make of it tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was a good win against a good solid pro. I mean, I think everybody listened to Steve more in the corner and kept it long, but went led off first and pushed him back and got me boxing more and got him out there. But yeah, comfortable win against a tough world level opponent.
Was he as tough as you thought he would be?
Yeah, he was tough because he hit me some big shots and my hands are killing. Felt his head. I've seen a few of them registered and recovered quick, so he was a tough fighter.
Do you think you'll now get the recognition you deserve at 33 now?
I hope so. I mean, I can only prove that against the best, and I want to fight the best next. So, Frank promised me no big fights next, either Ronaldo's, Lomachenko, someone like that, Garcia. They're the fights I want, and hopefully Frank can make them happen.
Frank, what are you going to do about his next fight?
Well, we're going to see what Linares is doing. I don't know where he's going to fight Garcia next. It's obviously in the States, that's a big fight, and that'd be a hard thing for us to compete against to get him again. If he's not fighting him, we've already made him an offer. He agreed to come here and fight Terry before the rematch with Crolla, but because they exercised the option, we couldn't get it on. But Terry's, he's in that company now. They're going to have to fight him because there's going to have to be unification fights. We'll make sure it happens. And Lomachenko's fighting tonight. That's the name that Terry mentioned. I mean, for me, I think Lomachenko's a great fighter. I think Terry's a great fighter. I think the one thing about Terry is if he's fighting, the better the fighter he fights, the better you get, the more you get out of him. I think that's really where we've got to be with him. We've got to find, these fights that get more out of him. And, he won this fight tonight. He was never in any danger. I think he was well in control of the fight. And he fought a guy out who everybody considered to be, outside of being the world champion, the next best guy in his division. And he handled it. I thought he won it by a good 10 rounds in the scoring. I mean, that's how I scored it. I thought he was winning the rounds and very comfortable. I think he could even stepped out a bit more and maybe got close to stopping him.
Is there a danger? Excuse me. Sorry, did you finish that? Thank you. Is there a danger in, say, the Lomachenko fights? And we know how skilled he is. It's a very dangerous fight for you. Could that alter, a unification fight down the road, or is it worth waiting for that?
Well, he's coming up again. To do it, he'll have to come up again and wait, won't he?
No, but what I'm saying is, obviously Terry believes he's going to beat Lomachenko, but a lot of people would have Lomachenko possibly as a favourite in that noticeable man.
Listen, they would have him as a favourite. I'm quite sure they would.
Yeah.
He's coming up, and he's not 33 and 0 for nothing. And if that's the fight, then you're going to have to get the best out of Terry. And there's going to be some interesting questions for Lomachenko. What is he going to be like coming up in weight?
Are you confident you beat him, Terry?
I'm confident beating anyone at 135 pounds, so yeah, I'm big, I'm strong, he's coming up, but I think if anyone's going to beat me, I'll box off with him. I think I'll get a start to beating him, of course, so I think that's going to be on fight.
Is that physically the toughest night you've been through in the ring tonight?
I've been through tough. I don't think it was that hard. I was never in trouble. I was never
not marked up.
I was always comfy in the fight, always in control. I mean, I felt his power, and nothing bothered me. Yeah, I was always in control, but yeah, it was easy work.
Terry, seen Linares fight, how was Flanagan Linares fight?
I think the core fight, it was core was made for him. I mean, he don't punch in, he don't go for more than 3 punches. I'll go again on Linares, and I think, personally, I stop Linares. I think he's fragile out the way, I think he's vulnerable. I mean, he's a good fighter, he's classy, he won't go against Cotto, but he starts to make fights, and I think I've got to start to beat him.
He looked really good against Cotto.
But you always knew he was going to.
You always knew, because if he'd already been over and beat him not at his best, and he knew, and it was a 5-10%, and he's
the best Anthony Crawler could beat on that night. A guy who's come off a bad injury, back in the ring, and you knew he had a couple more gears, and he showed it in the fight.
Frank, have you spoken to Oscar De La Hoya and Diaz? Diaz, then Robert Garcia and Diaz.
We had a deal. We had a deal done. We had a deal done.
Yes, but have you spoken since he fought on?
We'll get Terry fight out of the way tonight.
Yeah.
I'll probably give a shout later, or certainly tomorrow or Monday.
Is that kind of a late summer fight or something like that you would like to do?
You want to be out again in July, don't you? So that's what we'd like to do.
Is it still difficult finding opponents for Terry, people who want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, the fight I would have loved for him was Anthony Crawler, because I think you'd have seen what you see last week, but it would have been Terry doing it. And it's a great shame we couldn't get it on. People talk about making the fight now. Anthony needs to go and get a couple of wins under his belt. I don't know what he's doing anyway, what direction he's going. But Terry needs the big. He needs them. He's done extremely well. When you think of Magdalena, how he beat him, that was a fantastic performance. And apparently, believe it or not, the Twitter in America, it was 5th trending Twitter. His fight tonight, States with I think so, after Lulo show. So hopefully they'll see that over there, and we get everybody on board and make it an arms fight.
Nicola, what was the toughest thing for you to get to grips with all these new things you've experienced?
Oh God,
Getting that trolley out of your ribs.
I guess for me, I just need to learn to settle down a little bit more. I really wanted the stoppage tonight, so I was going for it. But Virgil said, it'll come with experience. The more fights I have, and the stoppages will start to come. So.
How many more levels do you think you've got?
Loads. I'm learning new things all the time. I'm just progressing, just taking a little bit at a time. It was a good experience tonight. I've got the first one out of the way. I know what it's like now. I know what it feels like to box without a head guard. And learning, I think in the 3rd and 4th round, I started to pick my punches a little bit better. And ring rust came off. I haven't boxed since Rio, so it was nice to get back in and get this win.
You're fighting in Leeds next. You haven't fought in Leeds for how many years?
Since I was 13.
Since you were 13. What do you remember about that?
Man, it was my first amateur fight, so it was a while ago. I was excited again, got into the ring, doing the alley shuffle, trying to emulate Prince Nazim at the time, because he was about, so I was switch hitting and everything. But yeah, I can't wait for the homecoming. 13 for me, I'm excited.
Nicola, is there ever a feeling that it felt like tonight that if you'd had an extra minute in the round, you might have been able to get to your opponent and stop her? Is there ever the feeling in women's boxing that the 2 minutes are up too quickly sometimes?
Yeah, definitely. I found that tonight. It was just as you started to get your time in, it was like the bell had just gone and you're like, oh, so maybe we need to get the 3 minute rounds in. Be a lot better, yeah.
Do you feel like you hurt at times?
Yeah, there was a few times, caught with some good shots, and then she just hold on real quick, you know, she's experienced. As soon as she got hurt, held on, and she was hard to get, I was hard to get her off.
What do you think, Frank, about, you know, time scales and...
I think get to Leeds, let's have a look at that one, and then obviously we've got duration in rounds, it's a 4 rounder, and we'll have a little sit down maybe after that one and see where we go. But I thought that last round, you can see she was like firing on all cylinders,
Yeah.
More smoother and more flowing. And I think the additional rounds you get the best out.
Nicola, Marlon was ringside tonight. You've been ringside for her for a debut. How much does that mean to you, and the fact that you're sharing this journey together almost? Yeah,
it means a lot to me. It's good to be able to have that support ringside, knowing that she's there, supporting me. Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Where was that first fight in Leeds? What venue?
Ex-working men's club. I can't remember.
Do you remember the monkey venue?
Yeah.
Do you remember the monkey so you go before?
No. Claire Newton, yeah.
So you fought your first ever amateur fight in Leeds, but you never fought in Leeds again? Or
Never fought in Leeds again. So this is the first time I'm going back. So this is going to be exciting. This is the one, the real homecoming.
Will it bring some sort of pressures with it?
No, I love the pressure. Like I thrive under the pressure. Going into Rio, for example, you know, already Olympic champion, ranked world #1, world champion, European champion. Everybody's coming for you. You know, you've got a huge target on your back. So going into this one's no different.
Except that the people who are watching are sort of a lot more friends and family than usual.
Yeah, that makes it more enjoyable for me because nobody ever gets to see me fight over here. This was the first time I've boxed in the UK since London 2012, so it was nice to be able to perform at home.
Frank.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Well,
That's not England.
Frank, this is the first time you've put on a women's boxing event on one of your cards. How did you assess it and what was your thoughts on it?
No, I mean, I enjoyed it. I think everybody enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching Nicola. I was myself delighted that she's come with us. I'm delighted that we're all working together. I think there's really some good nights together. I'm looking forward to Leeds. We're 3/4 sold out there, so the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. Like with Josh Warrington and Nicola on the bill, so I'm looking forward to that. Moving forward, and then I'm sure this young lady's going to be winning a world title soon.
Frank, without getting Terry to say this because he won't, because he's too modest, can you just put into perspective, you know, that he's 27, unbeaten in 33 fights, 5 defences of the world title now. For me, he doesn't get enough plaudits. So I just wonder if you can put that in context.
I think the record itself speaks for itself. His record is not it. I think Terry's, you see, he's the nicest guy you can meet and work with. He's a fantastic fellow, and I've been a big fan of his for a long, long time. And I was pleased that he came with me. Boxing today, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to have to blind, say all that. I'm going to kill the opponent, I'm going to do this and that gets publicity, as we all know, and guys, this seems to be more commonplace these days. That's not Terry. He does his talking in the ring. He's not flash, he's not a braggart, he is what he is. What you see is what you get. He's a man of the people. And I think you know, people will respond to him. From my point of view, my perspective is that a Box Nation, we had an audience, it was a limited, well, I'm going to say a limited audience, they had a great subscription we got, but we didn't have the Sky platform. We've got a BT platform now. They've had more viewers. They've got, and I'm bang on about it, they've got their telephone company, EE, the mobile phone company that's got 18 million subscribers, and we'll be working on that as well. So he's got a chance and an opportunity now to be, you know, seen by a huge audience, and more importantly, I think they'll take to it. He's his own worst critic. You see him at the end of a round. He goes back to the corner sometimes, and I feel like I want to jump in the ring and, you know, liven yourself up. You've done really well. What are you looking so down about? Come on, get out there and do it. But he's his own worst critic. He's done well tonight. And getting back to the question you asked, I think his stock will rise now. If we can get him in the right fight, we get the Linares fight, which I know he fancies for his life, and he wins that fight, then, you know, that must make him our number one.
Frank, is it a Joe Calzaghe, Jeff Lacey situation?
Well, you know, it could be that way, and you know, Joe Calzaghe was a 12-year overnight sensation. You know, that's what happened with him. And this guy can do the same thing. There's no doubt about that. It's funny. I mean, I remember having letters from ITV, from Sky, writing me saying they did not want Joe Calzaghe on the channel, and I had to fight tooth and nail to get him on there. You know, I'm not having that with Terry, but the thing is with Terry, he needs that defining fight. He needs a fight that where all you guys are going to go back to your sports centre and say, look, this is something special that we're going to be watching it tonight. And that guy, he comes through this, he's going to be the number one, and that's my job to deliver it.
Terry, do you think you're overcritical of yourself at times?
Yeah, I think I am. I think I have to understand myself really, that fighting people at world level, I'm not going to win every minute of every round. If always a minute of a round, I'm a bit pissed off at myself, and it shows. I need to snap out of that really, but yeah, I am. I do look at the negatives and try and think like I'll go back and I'll watch that, and I'll look at what I've done wrong rather than what I've done right. Going back to like Joe Calzaghe, he was my hero. I try and base my style on him. Did he have how many defences of the WBO did he have?
He was
27.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. So, I mean, that's unreal.
Longest reigning champion.
Yes.
For British as well.
Yeah.
Reigning ever champion.
Go for his record. Go for his record.
So he is someone modelling yourself on.
Yeah, of course. I
Also
mean,
the way you are as
yeah,
well.
he's my all-time favourite British fighter. I mean, he's southpaw, busy, fast, skillful. Yeah, I'm trying.
When you watch Terry, when he's moving his feet, when he's up on his toes and he's moving and he's throwing his shots, I mean, it's fantastic. And he does get fed up with himself, you can see that. But when he's doing that, you know, he's on the top of his game. And I think when he gets the opponent, he's really you're going to see that all the time. It's a bit like Joe. Remember the performance he had against David Starr, a dreadful fight. Even I went up halfway through. There was a few of them, and then you go and look at Jeff Lacey, you go and look at Kessler. They were great fights, and they got the best out of them. You know, he suddenly the lights switched on for Joe right now. Fight these guys.
He was very similar to Terry that way. That you couldn't get him out of his hometown. He didn't want to travel anywhere. He was very much in his shell.
Well, I don't think Terry's not got a problem. I don't think travelling or anything. It's just a matter now of us, you know, delivering. I mean, we're in a bit. What I want is to deliver the big fights here. You know, we're British. We're British promoters. That's where we want it. We want Nicola to win a world title here. We want. You know, occasionally you got to go on the road. You have to go on the road. It's fantastic for you guys. You get all your expenses. But for us, it's all about, you know, delivering to the fans here in prime time. All good? Thank you for
And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.